What's up, everyone? Just wanted to do a quick update on the car and the mid pipe that I'm working on because I think there's a lot of confusion on it. Car dirty as hell, hasn't moved in probably 3-4 months now. Um, it's in the stage of everything going back together though, so that's the good thing. Gonna need this all done this weekend. I need to finish setting my pinion angle. And then get all that good fun stuff back in. So yeah, it's going slow but good. Um, for reference, this is the old exhaust. This is the exhaust that was on the car. They're just some knockoff MagnaFlow bullets and pipes, X pipe with the R tips. Okay, now back to the mid pipe. I think there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of people were asking, well, why are you putting a muffler as your mid pipe? I'm not. I simply bought this $30 cheap ass single chamber muffler off eBay for the case. That was it. When I got the muffler, it was completely gutted. It was a hollow shell. It was easier and cheaper for me to spend $30 on this and gut it than to spend hours building one myself. As far as the design, see, I'm done with it now. I'll get to that in a little bit. The design. A lot of people kind of confused by why I did this, why I went with this. Frankly, I have no idea. I just thought it would work and played with it a little bit and found it actually worked pretty well. So that's pretty cool. But before we get into this, let's kind of talk about your other style of mid pipes. Your H pipe, let's see, not the biggest, but a big factor in mid pipes is you don't want them to be restricted, you want them to flow really well, and you want them to scavenge. Scavenge is an easy way. Let's see, how can I explain this? When you have a pulse go, that pulse will shoot off and it'll also vent off and come back down this side. When you do that, when it shoots off, the next pulse in line from the other bank, it's going to act like a suction almost. It's going to help pull it through. And whenever you do that, when it jumps over, helps pull through, that quote unquote suction for the next pulse is going to make it more efficient. It's basically helping the exhaust gases leave quicker. The H pipe is all right. It doesn't really, I mean, it's scavenged. It's not the best out there, as everyone knows. Your X pipe setup design is a lot better at doing that. It's a lot more efficient, less turns, it's smoother. You fire off here. You know, the suction from this is going to greatly increase over what you would find with an H pipe. That's pretty obvious. The Pro Chamber design, this is where this all started. My car, everyone knows, is the 5.4 swap. It has the Comp 106 400 cams in it, so it is pretty choppy. And with the pipes, X pipe, and the knockoff MagnaFlows, it was really quiet at idle, and you couldn't really, I mean, you can hear the cam, but it is more of a smoother exhaust. Now that exhaust really showed in the higher RPMs. When you'd get on it, you would hear it and you would know it. What all started this is I wanted the Pro Chamber sound, but more. I wanted it to have a more distinctive, heavier chambered sound. A lot of people call it a hollow, a tin, a tinging sound. But in doing so, I also wanted the mid pipe to be free flowing. You know, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, why don't you just put a muffler on it?" Okay, well, mufflers, flow masters in general, as y'all seen in the pictures, they're stupid restrictive. You cannot put that on a mid pipe and expect to make any kind of decent power. That's gonna choke it incredibly bad. So I had to figure out a way to put a chamber design in and still have it scavenge and be efficient. The Pro chamber, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, it's chambered. Yeah, I mean, it has a chamber in it, but not in the way you're thinking. If you've ever looked inside of a Pro chamber, the design of it, cut one open, what have you, this is the chamber. It's sealed off from the back. This is open. So you have your gases coming in, mixing, and coming out. Now, I guess they did a lot of extensive, R&I research and bullshit on it. I can't imagine this would be too efficient, having a large plenum in here like this. How can I word this? If they went much bigger than what they did, I personally would think that would just become a pressurized box. Your pulses would be bouncing all over the place, yada, yada, yada. And that might be why they did the chamber and cut it down about half size to keep this plenum area small. So it could mix really well, the gases, and still be close enough to shoot down and have a really good scavenging effect. Everyone's distinctive sound with the Pro chamber they're hearing, I'm willing to bet, is this little chamber design, this hollow chamber design. It's your pinging, your hollow sound you're getting from them. So with mine, I wanted it to be more distinctive, more chambered, and that's where this little design came in from. Right here, you have the sounds coming in, bouncing off, and coming out, and that's where you're getting it, but it's still efficient. I wanted it to be free-flowing. I didn't want anything in the way, so as you can see, it comes in, makes a little roundabout, and comes on out. And you can see that very damn well. Let me put it down. Right here. It's not restricted at all. A lot of people were saying that that's not going to happen with this design. You're not going to get any kind of scavenging effect off of this. I had people ask me, why don't I just do away with this divider down here? Why didn't I pull this Y further back? Stuff like that. The answer, the only thing I think to say is if I pulled this Y any further back, the vacuum scavenging off of this would basically go away, and you just have a pressurized chamber. This divider is to completely stop that, and since if that divider wasn't here, this would do nothing. The exhaust gases would come in and just fill up all down here and basically just pressurize it. You have to have some kind of divider to keep it even, keep it moving, but at the same time, you need something to scavenge it. And then a lot of people, like I was saying, a lot of people are saying, oh, that's a horrible design, that's not going to scavenge. I'm going to prove them wrong. So this is the done design. Can't really see it in the back. So right here I have a little piece of plastic just taped on here. This down here is sealed off, just like in the drawing. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put an air hose and I'm gonna blow exhaust gases, air, through here, and we're gonna see what that does. If people are telling me I'll never get it to scavenge, it'll be worthless, it's just gonna pressurize it, it'll blow out. Scavenging will be a vacuum, it'll pull it in. So I'm gonna blow some gases in. Let's see. So yeah, don't tell me that's not going to scavenge. I say the whole reason I wanted to do this was I wanted a super aggressive chambered mid-pipe sound. Like I was saying, sorry, I had to pause it for a minute. I wanted the heavy chamber design, the sound, to go with the cams I have in the car, but I still wanted it all to stay free flowing. I didn't want any restrictions. So I'm going to be running this mid-pipe followed by a set of the Black Widow Neighbor Haters, which will give it even more of a chambered, hollow, tinging sound and enhance the cam thump, so to speak, even more. So yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see how this is going to go and what it's going to sound like when I get it all together. I thought it was just a cool little project. Thought it'd be something I'd try. So yeah, let me know what you think.